Well, I saved New York. It was a nice trip. See you next fall.
Oh, catch it.
Thanks for the save, Jolly Green. You can let me go now. Hulk. I said you can let me go.
Hulk don't want to let go.
Why won't you let me go?
Hulk need a hug. He tired of being angry all the time.
I should have just fell to my death.
You don't have to be a genius billionaire playboy philanthropist to buy your Hot Toys Iron Man figures at SideshowCollectibles.com. Link is in the description.
Hello, big kids. It's time for your
What up, big kids? Here's your big review of the Avengers Hot Toys Battle Damage Mark VII Iron Man Movie Masterpiece 1/6 scale collectible figure. We got the packaging. Unlike the regular Mark VII Iron Man, this is more of a darkened version of it, I guess, because it's battle damage. So you got Iron Man in his fully battle damage Mark VII Iron Man armor. It has the big Avengers logo right there, as well as says Movie Masterpiece Hot Toys on the corner. Sides of the box continue that black packaging, as well as the front picture, and has the arc reactor Iron Man symbol. The back is black of the packaging, as well as the bottom here has some credits, as well as a big warning symbol. Warning, you want to choke on the Iron Man, he's battle damage. Top and bottom box says Iron Man Mark VII in nice battle damage font. And when you take off the box sleeve, you see the black box with a big window display box showing off Iron Man as well as the Avengers symbol. The side of the box is black with the Iron Man arc reactor symbol. The back is just black, while also having the credits and of all the crew and cast that made the figure. It's time to bring the party to you, the battle damage party. And here we got the Avengers Hot Toys Battle Damage Mark VII Iron Man 1/6 scale figure. An awesome battle damage version of a really awesome figure. Let's take a closer look at it. The helmet on this one, which I'll compare this to the original Mark VII, is filled with dings and looks like it's been blasted from all the Chitauri aliens. I mean, it's definitely, there's nothing clean looking about this armor. The faceplate looks like it's been through hell. Let's see all those dents and blast marks. You can see it doesn't have like the big shoulder pieces. This is kind of like how he looked right after he deployed in space and started falling. So the shoulder pieces are missing, which I'll get to that more in a bit. But yeah, you can see the chest piece is the battle damage chest piece from the original Mark VII, but it is slightly different. I'll show that in a bit. And you can see that the inner part bits too are also more battle damage. The paint on here is superb. Hot Toys did such a superb job. And it has the shoulder pieces from the battle damage Mark VII. I mean, that we got from the original battle damage Mark VII. And you can see even the hands have like a nice dirty fingers right there. And you can see right here, these air flaps, by the way, do open up and you get that nice amazing detail that we still get on both sides. So that's really awesome. And you know, it does still light up, which is cool. You know, silver bits, you know, very so cool. I mean, oh man, Iron Man's been blasted in the butt. What the hell, man? Anyway, but yeah, you can see here, just looks like, you know, air exhaust kind of dirt going on from flying all around New York. Just so freaking cool. I love silver bits. You know, the bottom of the feet. Yeah, you can just see here all the detail on the battle damage is just definitely shows here. You can see side by side the major differences. Definitely the battle damage one looks way more battle damage head to toe. I mean, I have it in the clean mode for the original Mark VII. You don't have the big shoulder pieces right there. You can even see when you compare it, this battle damage to the battle damage one that came with the original Mark VII, there is a little bit more damage on here. Even the parts that did come with battle damage interchangeable pieces, they did give it a little bit more of a battle damage feel. These pieces that came with the original Mark VII that are supposed to be like battle damage missile deployed things, these ones are a lot more damage and paint apps. Articulation, this figure pretty much has the same exact articulation as the original Mark VII, which was awesome articulation. You know, where the head can be in flight poses because it has a hinge ball joint, which is great. Fully rotate, goes side to side, and has the separate neck piece that can almost rotate, but can at least go up and down. Your arms can fully rotate, which is great. The shoulder pieces are on these nice hinges that have these two different pieces right here, which is great. They can go in and out that much. You kind of move them up and just be careful here, but you can kind of rotate them, and it rotates at the bicep right there. Also, he has this really nice kind of like armpit joint thing that goes in and out and then forward back. The elbow spin at a nice 90-degree angle. He does have the full wrist articulation that can go in and out, and he has the individual finger articulation that has like the 3 joints per finger, and yeah, you know what you can do with that, and then also the thumb articulation. So I love that, absolutely love it. He does have a nice like waist joint that can crunch forward and back, and these parts, by the way, if they even come off, you can still just put them right back on, so awesome. And you can go side to side, you know, back and forth, and you can also rotate at the upper abs right here. He does have the waist joint that can move left and right a little bit too. Now the legs can go forward and back. They can do the splits. If you do them right, you can do that Iron Man pose that you know, it's famous landing pose. So you just have to, it's a little tricky, but it can be done. Rotates the other part of the leg, bends at 2 points at the knee, and his ankles can move left and right. Can't fully rotate. You can if you're being very careful. This piece moves up and can pivot forward and back. Ankle pivots side to side and has toe articulation. Just like the other Mark 7, the battle damage Mark 7 does have light up eyes, arc reactor, and repulsor blast. So what you do, of course, you would take off the little faceplate right here, turn the switch, which becomes a really bright LED. Just put this back on here, and then the little switch for the arc reactor, and then the repulsor is right here on the bicep. Repulsor! Back flaps of the leg also open up just like the original Mark 7. The wires and everything looks really awesome. You get a good amount of accessories with the battle damage Mark 7. You get an instruction manual and how to change out the faceplates and how to move him, and just like changing out his hand. Besides the super articulated finger hands, you get a pair of fisted hands, you get a pair of repulsor blast hands, which do work with the light up feature. Now these are angled for a more perfect repulsor blast, and you also get, just like the original Mark 7, these angled wrist guards, so that way you can have it more in a more angled wrist repulsor blast. You do get these missile launchers from his arm gauntlets. You would just simply take off this part, which just clips right off, and you can see right here has the little peg right there, and just like the original Mark 7, you do have interchangeable missile launcher. Now you do get this clear tool that we've gotten with other Iron Man figures to help take out like things like the chest plate. You have a really nice detailed undersuit of the Iron Man armor. Now one thing I want to point out, even though that's all the interchangeable pieces you get for the armor, if you do have the original Mark 7 Iron Man, and say you have like pieces like this, they all work together. So you can remove like these chest pieces, and then you have the shoulder armor. You want this piece and you want the leg missiles to be there, you can put that on there. So it does work with that. So this is definitely great. If you do have the original Mark 7, you can take all the extra pieces and use it on there. So even though it doesn't include it, it is nice that you can work with those pieces. One of the big selling points of this figure is the helmeted Tony Stark head. Now this Tony Stark head has a really great likeness to Robert Downey Jr., probably one of the best with him still in the helmet. And what's cool about it, it does have him like all bloody, like how he looked at towards the end of the film. And one thing that's cool, you can use the faceplate that does come with the helmet. You just take it, and it does have magnets, so you can like have it like he put the visor up. Now the one thing though about this, and if you can look, it won't fully close up, and it's not meant to. It's really meant to just display it either without the faceplate like it was at the end of the movie, or just with the faceplate up. Keep in mind, it's not meant to close up all the way. So I know that might bother some people, but to me, like if I'm going to display with this helmet, it's going to be like that, or just without the faceplate, you know, like he was lying down. Which form? You do get the Atari soldier rifle that did come with the Avengers Captain America. Still has those really nice paint apps and detail, and if you wanted to, you can use this on any figure. You just take out the hand and it fits in the wrist peg. Now the reason why you get that, because last but not least, you get the Atari soldier base of a dead Atari soldier. It's really awesome. I really like the detail on this. I know some people are saying it's not as detailed as it looked in the prototype pictures, which I can kind of agree. The prototype did look a little bit better, but to me, I think it still looks awesome. I think the paint apps are really spot on. I really like the gravel. It does look like, you know, piece of New York City road that just was demolished. And if you can look at that, like all the amount of detail and the dirt in his hands, and just looks like parts of buildings. Oh, you have adjustable cradle right there. But yeah, I mean, it's still really nice base. This might take up more room, and like if you have detops, so that's one thing to be careful of. But if you have a nice big Avengers display, this is a great display. The detail in his eyes and helmet, and you can see like the hands. I mean, it's really great. I mean, I think it looks awesome.
What is it that you want from us?
We want your world for the shawarma.
Oh, you want our shawarma, huh? Well, I'll give it right to you. Repulsor blast!
Kill me now. Ooh, I love that taste. Shawarma. Size comparison time. So the Battle Damage Mark 7 Iron Man is a good scale with other Hot Toys figures. You can see it's the same size as the regular Mark 7 Iron Man. You can see how big it is compared to the Hot Toys store. If you are a huge Avengers and Iron Man fan, and especially for people like me that was planning to have a Battle Damage version for the Avengers display and have another Mark 7, a clean version for the Hall of Armor, this is perfect. This is exactly what you want. If you're not one of those people and you wanted this as your only Mark 7, you might be disappointed just in the fact that it doesn't have, it's only going to be battle damage. There's not as many interchangeable pieces as the original Mark 7. That one definitely had a lot more to offer and was cheaper, but this is a Sideshow Collectibles exclusive. Tony Stark, helmeted head, and Chitauri soldier base is really cool. I think it's really awesome. Definitely recommend it if you just keep those things in mind. For more geek news, reviews, podcasts, more, go to bkbn.net. I'm Sean Long. Remember, celebrate your gnome in a big way.
Check out bkbn.net. Jason David Frank, Tommy the Green Ranger.
Please tell me no one kissed me.
Hulk kiss Metal Man.
No, no, no!
The kiss was a smash!
No wonder I taste shawarma.